Mighty Most Def.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out. I'll revolve around science.
What are we talking about here?
What's going on, YouTube? Patrick James here in the beautiful Los Angeles, California. How are you guys doing today? Facebook.com/Patrick James Real Estate. Be sure to click down below, this link right here, and subscribe and follow. So I'm actually here in the San Gabriel Valley. I had some business to do with my broker, but I'm actually, I finished up and I'm just driving around looking at some of the properties around here. I also just had a bite to eat over at In-N-Out. One of my favorite places to go. If you're here in California, you know what I'm talking about. It's just one of those burger places where it's just, it hits home every time. And if you're not in California, or if you're not from California and you do pay a visit, be sure to make that one of your number one places to go to first, especially if you love food like I do. Actually, while I was eating, and this kind of goes to show one of the lessons that I've learned from so many other mentors, is the fact that, you know, when you're a real estate agent, it's not just you work a certain set of hours and then that's it. At least in my opinion, it's not like, you know, you work, for example, like 9 to 5, and then anything before or after that, you know, you're not conducting business. The way I see it, you're pretty much doing business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day. And so basically, going back to In-N-Out, I was eating and I was just enjoying my double. But I could overhear this couple sitting from across from me. Pretty young couple. They're in their 30s. Though they're not in a relationship. They're actually just friends. They're just hanging out, and they were talking about, or the gentleman that was with his female friend he was talking about buying a house. And of course, all of you realtors out there, we can probably empathize with me when I say that there's certain keywords that subconsciously, when you hear it, you know, your alarms just start ringing. So he was talking to her about buying a house, and all of a sudden, you know, I went from enjoying my double to, you know, oh, here's a prospect. And essentially that's what I did. I basically butted into the conversation. Of course, I have manners, so I told them, you know, it wasn't exactly my intention to eavesdrop and butt into their conversation, but yeah. And then I kind of went in with my real estate agent, you know, spiel, or however you call it. So we actually wound up having an hour-long conversation on real estate. What markets they're looking into, what types of property they're looking into. It basically got down to the point where I advised him to get his pre-approval letter and get in touch with me. So it's just a matter of him following up. Well, I'm gonna follow up as well, but it's a matter of his follow through with what he needs to do to get started, and me following up with him to see if he wants to move forward in purchasing a house. So that's my lesson for the day. I mean, I know a lot of people know this. It's common knowledge, but for me, my lesson of the day is to always be working the 3 Ps. And I actually got this information from James Festini. This guy is awesome. He's pretty much killing it in the door knocking game when it comes to real estate and prospecting. But for him, he mentions the 3 Ps, which is to always be prospecting, to always be preparing, and to always be presenting. So when you're out and about, unless you're preparing your presentation material or you're doing your actual presentation, you should always be prospecting. And then it changes based on the situations you're in. So I like that because it's a means of always being productive, no matter what you're doing, and everything you're doing should move you forward in your business. So that's just the little, not even a rant, but just a little discussion of what happened for today. what I actually want to talk to you guys about is selling your house. That's the subject of the video. Sell my house. So you're in a position where you want to sell your house. That's great. Do you know what it entails? Do you know what to ask for or what to look for in a real estate agent? Because there's several key components that you want to make sure to have set in stone before you dive in. So for you as a seller, what you want to do is you want to clearly define why you're selling your house. Do you have a particular need? Are you going to be relocating to another city, another county, another state? Is it for personal or family issues, or are you just trying to make some financial gain? There's really nothing wrong with any of those, but it's just you want to clearly define why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you going to be selling your house? The other key component is, okay, so you define the need to sell your house. Now, the next component is understanding that, when you put your house in the market, they don't call it a market for no reason. It's you gotta understand and prepare your house to be marketable, so that when agents show it, it's one easy to show, two it's presentable. Again, it boils down to sales, and of course it's your agent's job to sell the property, but again it has to be presentable, and your agent should be walking you through and helping you out with this process as well. Now, when it comes down to the agent, you want to ask your agent a lot of questions, and if you want a breakdown of what these questions are, feel free to message me. You could tweet me at Mr_PWEJAY. You can tweet me there, or you can send me a message on YouTube or on Facebook, and just ask me what questions you want to ask the agent that you have in mind to sell your house. But essentially, you want to know the process as to how they're going to sell your house, because again, it is sales, and they have to have a process in terms of what are they going to do to present your house in a manner that's marketable. What are they going to do to gain exposure for your house? And if the agent or agents that you're interviewing are just focusing on the numbers, for example, if they say that they could if they say that they could sell the property for, then just an example, if they could sell it for 30% above fair market value, or they say they'll give you a they'll do it for a 2% commission or whatever, and they just focus on those numbers, that should be a red flag, because essentially it's telling you nothing about the marketing aspect, which in this business it plays a very huge role. Marketability. The house has to be marketable, and the agent has to present the house in a presentable manner, and has to showcase it with marketing aspects. I hope that clears things for you. I kind of tend to talk, and I tend to deviate a lot in what I'm saying, but essentially what I'm saying is, if the agent is only focusing on the numbers and not how he's actually going to get your house sold, then maybe you should consider other agents. And again, you should be interviewing several of them. There's a lot, and you want to see who's really gonna work to sell your house. That's pretty much it. So message me, comment, be sure to subscribe. Go to facebook.com/Patrick James Real Estate. You can tweet me at Mr_PEEJAY, or give me a call right here. There's that number right there, 818-839-0037. Patrick James Real Estate. I'll catch you guys later.